What's up, guys? This is Nick Tesla's Plot, broadcasting to you from Seoul, Korea at the GOM-TV Averatec-Intel Classic, the largest tournament in Korea with the largest prize pool. It is a real honor to be down here bringing all of these games to you. By the way, sorry for that mix-up earlier. I still feel bad about that in the Terran versus Terran game in our first one. But enough of that. I can't even think about that anymore. It's too painful. Now on to this game. Yoon versus NaDa. Yoon's pretty new. He's not pretty noob, though. He's a pro gamer, and he has made it this far into the tournament when already half the players have been eliminated. He's a Zerg player. No, excuse me, he's a Protoss player. Just kidding. Almost misread my piece of paper. He's a Protoss player, and NaDa is, of course, a Terran player. Now, if you follow professional gaming at all, then you're going to know who NaDa is, because NaDa, he is a force to be reckoned with. I think we're also going to have a YOon intro video here coming up in just a little bit. But more importantly, NaDa is easily the most accomplished professional gamer of all time. I mean, he has just done so much, and he has been around for so long. He's not one of these players that, becomes really big and then starts to do really poorly and he kind of disappears. Instead, he's one of these players who's just been around since the beginning. One of these guys who started being Slayer's boxer. Nobody could believe it. And he's been around ever since then, winning Star Leagues all over the place. Here's a shot of YOon. I don't know what it feels like to YOon, but I hope it doesn't hurt. He does have a fan base down here. And of course, I think, I think he certainly has a chance against NaDa, but it's going to be pretty tough for him to beat him. I mean, just being honest. Doesn't mean that YOon can't win. We've seen many upsets before. So who knows? It could happen again. Now here's another shot of NaDa. The majority of the fans that have entered the building now are here for him. I don't know if you can hear that cheer, but we're certainly cheering for him right now. NaDa is a very strong player. He's very strong overall, too. It's not like he's just a good macro player or he's just got good micro. He has incredible strategy, really good unit micro, and really good economy macro. So there's really no easy way to beat NaDa. I did cast his games at the GSI where he lost actually 0-3, which is pretty surprising, even to Boxer's Proxy Factory. But, those games were pretty good anyways, and I think he has a great opportunity now to prove himself differently in this upcoming game. I believe we're going to get that intro video over here pretty soon, or maybe you won't get one. I actually didn't check the sheets. It tells me that kind of stuff is not here in front of me right now. Again, thank you to our sponsors at Averatec-Intel for bringing us, let's put it simply, making this tournament possible. And most of all, thank you to our viewers for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
최윤선 선수는 종족은 프로토스고요. 저희 팀에서 가장 지금 현재 유명한 송병구 선수랑 허영무 선수가 있잖아요. 근데 최윤선 선수도 테란전만큼은 송병구 선수나 허영무 선수한테 뒤지지 않을 만큼 엄청나게 강한 모습을 보여주고 있어요. 이번에 이윤열 선수와 경기하는 거 충분히 좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있을 거라고 기대하고 있고요. 저희는 이길 수 있을 거라고 확신하고 있습니다.
안녕하세요. 삼성칸 프로토스 최인선입니다. 이번 상대가 유메이드 이윤열 선수인데 아마추어 때 한번 붙어봤었는데 그때는 아쉽게 졌는데 이번에는 꼭 이기겠습니다.
There's the man himself, YOon. We always give these professional gamers a little intro video to help build their fan base. Unfortunately, we do not have it translated into English, so that probably wasn't too useful to you. Now, getting on to this game, though, the game has been made. The referee and the observer are both in the game. But neither player has actually joined, probably still getting their settings right. This is a big event here today. There's a sign. I would presume it's for NaDa. I can read Hangul, but just not fast enough to actually comprehend what I'm reading sometimes. Or I would translate that for you. I would do that. But NaDa versus yOon. I'm really interested in seeing how NaDa's going to play this out. If he's going to go for a standard fast expansion, NaDa does that pretty often. Maybe he'll go for double factory with some vultures. Also, I'm curious as to how yOon plans on trying to take down NaDa. NaDa's a very difficult player to beat, and he's very consistent. So, there's, like I said before, there's just no easy way to beat this guy. There's no simple way like, oh, proxy him, his micro is bad. It's just nothing like that. Also note that both players have actually joined the game now. Both are confirming, and both have just wished each other good luck. So when our Korean commentators are ready... Oh, no, yOon has just left the game. So we might be talking for another minute or two. So in the meanwhile, we'll get a few more shots of the signs the fans have made. Note our fancy paper, the TG Sambo Intel Classic and Averatec-Intel Classic signs we have. We hand them out at the to the people as they enter the door. And now they both joined, so I do believe this game will get underway pretty soon. I see yOon spamming 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A. The most common keystroke seen in any RTS game. Stay tuned, we're about to get this going, I believe. Yep.
2008 TG Sambo Intel Classic. StarCraft Universe, welcome to the Korea Ultimate Tournament. Get ready.
Here we go. This is yOon at the top left. And that makes NaDa at the bottom right. Two very strong players. I do believe NaDa is the favorite. It does not, however, mean that he cannot win this game. I mean, he cannot lose this game. Cross spots, there's no chance of proxying on this map. So, the person we want to focus on right off the bat, like early game like this, is going to be yOon. Because yOon is going to have a large impact on how this game is going to be played out. Will he go for a fast robo? Will he rush? Will he go fast nexus? Terran basically has to play off what the Protoss does and then decide the appropriate moment to push. And here comes our first gateway, so no fast nexus. Fast nexus not necessarily a bad build on this map, though. It looks like we are going to see, indeed, a fast simulator. NaDa going to be doing a very similar build, barracks refinery. NaDa will need to get tanks and vultures out. Goliath if he detects carriers. And, oh, look at how cool that effect was. There's the classic. When I talk to a lot of these pro gamers, they always say that the most nerve-wracking moment is pretty much the first 3 to 4 minutes. Because there really isn't that much to do. You really only require to do a few actions every minute. And once the game picks up, you really don't have any more time to think because you're doing about 300 to 400 actions a minute. So in other words, you're just having to play so fast that you don't really have time to be nervous. And early on, there's just not that much you can concentrate on. So both of these players probably trying to calm themselves down and focus, although I'm pretty sure NaDa won't have a hard time doing that. He's had more experience playing StarCraft in tournaments than any other player we've seen here today. Double gate. So probably fast Dragoons. Now we did see something similar to this with the Anytime versus Baby game, although I think Baby kind of got a bad beat there. Looks like the factory will be completing soon. We haven't seen the second factory. I would assume we're going to see a fast expansion, though. Only one SCV in the refinery. And NaDa's going to, Yoon's going to spot that there's only one SCV in there. Yoon's going to know it's going to be fast exploit, so he may really start focusing on getting Dragoons. However, he doesn't want to let this SCV get into his base, which I believe is about to happen. So obviously NaDa's going to get a few, actually NaDa put the SCVs back into the refinery. He may be trying to trick you, and instead he's going to get an additional factory. It's difficult to say, actually. There's a lot of mind games going on in StarCraft, a lot of psychology involved. Now, the Dragoon's going to come in. He may let the Dragoon come in and then surround it. Oh, Yoon, back up. Back that goon up. And we're going to see a fast Nexus. Looks like, in fact, NaDa will be going for the fast expansion, I believe. NaDa, is that what you're doing? No, second factory. Oh, you deceptive Terran, you. Yoon assumes right off the bat that his opponent's going to be getting an early command center because there's only one SCV in the refinery. Now, what does that mean? Well, normally you want to keep the other extra two SCVs over there. Whoa! Almost lost the tank. Almost pulled the baby. Okay, he's going to have to back up. There's a lot of units coming in here, though. NaDa is going to fake looking, or he's going to make it look like he's actually expanding. As you can see, it's perfect fake. He's got the mines up here. And then I believe he's going to do a very strong push that might run the Protoss over. Since he... But it looks some gutsy Dragoons. Yoon has to be careful, though. If he loses his, maybe even like 1 or 2 Dragoons to a mine, it is almost an inevitability that he will be run over this game. Now pushing out. Yoon probably a little bit confused. Did he get the tank? No! That was close. He does not want to lose a tank. He does not want to lose a tank. He does not want to lose any Dragoons either. This is really bad for Yoon. Yoon still is unaware that his opponent has not fast expanded. Otherwise, Yoon would not have gotten that Nexus out here. NaDa's going to repair his units, get a few more Vultures, and I think you know what he's going to do with those. He's going to push out pretty quickly here. Yoon has now spotted that there is no command center here, and is probably like in a little bit of shock. And he's going to micro these Dragoons very carefully. Speed is finished. He's going to run right by. Planting mines along the way, I think. He's got to wall this up. He's got to wall up. He could do it with one gateway. Will he do it? Yes, he has. Oh! His plans have been foiled. Nice move by Yoon here. Yoon now counterattacking, but stopping before he enters the minefield. Now, NaDa is planting a few. Oh, you got to be careful, NaDa. He's been planting a few mines outside of here. Yoon will more than likely cancel that gateway. Now, NaDa's going to pick off the remainder of Dragoons. And that's going to be the end of that story. However, NaDa may still have some push ability over here at this expansion. Yoon may be getting a shuttle just to try to help prevent that. Whoop, hide. Look at my sign. And now we're back to this game. Looks like Yoon's going to be going for a Reaver. Now we're going to have... I'm actually kind of surprised Yoon let that finish. I don't think that was very smart. This is going to give NaDa ample push options. Yoon will probably have to pick off the pylon now. The Reaver will be very helpful, though. I don't think NaDa's going to spend that much time making turrets because he did get his expansion out late. And he's going to sneak one probe out here. Busted. You got spotted by a mine. And he's going to know that right off the bat because he can't build on top of a mine. NaDa's already responding. Assassinated the probe. The Reaver is probably about to pop out. There it is. And 2 Zealots, of course, to draw tank fire. NaDa is making the engineering bait, but I don't think he's going to have enough turrets. Yoon really has to take out a lot of units with this attack. It's been spotted by a mine, though. NaDa's mines are proving to be very helpful. I don't know if NaDa saw it, though. The vision range on the mine is so small, sometimes the players won't even notice if a unit crosses over it. Here's some more turrets being made. Another turret being made out here. This makes me think he did spot the mine. He's spreading the turrets out pretty far, planting mines in locations where the Reaver is likely to land. Look at this thin line of mines. Turret is about to finish. Will it finish in time? Will that one finish in time? Oh, Reaver comes out. I'm finished. And looks like he will have to pick up this. Whoa! Pick up that Reaver. The Vultures have now taken out. Oh, don't do it. Don't even do it. Don't do it. That was close. Yoon trying to figure out if there's any way he can get in here. NaDa barely getting that done in time. We do see the pylon wall has been destroyed and turned into a small entrance. It's good for defending against Vultures. There's some Vultures. Speaking of Vultures. You ever notice how that picture in the Observer? Why is the Observer in outer space? There may be sky in the background on some of these maps. Here's the tank. Well, the tanks are about to come out. Now NaDa's going to push. Yoon has to use these. Yoon has to use that Reaver and do some damage. The Reaver's already been softened up. NaDa has a sizable army. Some more Vultures over here. They could plant mines. Will they plant mines? No. A few strong Reaver shots, though, and this entire army can be taken out. So it's going to come down to micro. Here he comes now. Will we see the drop, Reaver? The Marine should have stuck with the group. Yoon is setting up. Here he comes now. It's all about this one moment. He's going to drop these Reavers over here. Here's the Reaver now. Picking up. Oh, he's going to get another tank. Yoon's going to win this battle, I believe. Oh my gosh. NaDa is falling apart. Man. Yoon probably feeling very confident about that. NaDa not feeling that good. Another factory for NaDa. Yoon really keeping a good advantage this game. I really thought Yoon was going to be in a lot of trouble. It turned out to not be the case. Another turret over here. NaDa probably planning on expanding soon, but bear in mind his tank count is down. So he will have to push a lot later on next time. And another mine is here. Protoss Citadel on the way. Zealots with legs will soon be coming up after that. Terran Armory coming down now. Actually, I think I might have seen 2. As we can see, cannons at this expansion. This is a map where Protoss have to get a lot of cannons at their expansions because there are so many back doors for the Vultures to run around into. It's pretty much impossible to stop Vulture harassment from all angles, so you need to get a lot of cannons to defend those valuable probes. As we can see, NaDa just macroing. There was indeed one armory, excuse me. The other one was an academy. Oh, the sneakiest Reaver alive has been spotted by these Vultures. Oh, how tough can you get, turret? You don't see that very often. I'm surprised Yoon hasn't spotted this expansion that's being constructed over here at the middle right. Note the +1 weapons is being upgraded at the forge. Here we have the command center. Continuing. Oh, well, it's not. It doesn't have SCVs in it yet. I don't think this is NaDa's best game I've seen. I've seen NaDa dominate before, but he seems to be a little bit He's probably a little bit annoyed that he lost that first push. He's not in good standing. It's going to be a late massing game. Looks like vultures are now planting mines. And now they're going to engage a whole bunch of dragoons. He's going to have to back off, pulling out now. Now, can Yoon actually take on this expansion? That's going to be tough. NaDa's probably moving a few siege tanks over here now. Yes, he indeed is. Yoon is going to back off. We can expect to see a lot of gateways very soon here from Yoon. And in fact, yes, one Arbiter. He can't afford to get 2 Stargates because he doesn't have gas in either of those mineral expansions he took. When Protoss get 2 mineral expansions rather than another gas expansion, you usually expect to see a lot of gateways, a lot of Dragoons and Zealots. Just straight up massing. Here are the Vultures now. Looks like they will manage to sneak into the main, I believe. The main, question mark? Yes, they will. But blocked again. You and your buildings. He could get this Templar. He will not, however, and instead continue to plant mines along the map. And it looks like some of these stray units are going to get picked up by NaDa. Vultures and tanks continue to be produced. Terran really needs to push. There's really no easy place Terran can push, though. Yoon intentionally took the 2 expansions, which are very far away. Not opting to get the gas expansions because they're just too close to NaDa. He knows NaDa has very strong pushes. He wants to make NaDa block as long as possible across the map to get to his expansion. Looks like this. Another! Yoon, stop! You are out of control with these pylons and gateways stopping vultures. Looks like he will manage to take out this pylon before the Dragoons get there. Oh, but oh, you baller! Oh, not baller. He did slip through there. Nice moves here. So he did get in there. And I think this is going to prove to be pretty effective for Yoon. Now taking out a few vultures, but it looks like he has triggered the push, I believe. No, maybe just a few more vultures on the move. It's pretty much up to Protoss to not lose any probes during this this harassment, and I'm surprised he's actually attacking the cannons. Maybe, a few vultures going to go after these probes. Nice control here. Looks like he's going to get every single probe. Oh, nice. So NaDa's gained a little bit of an edge now. I think NaDa will probably wait until he has 200 supply and then push. A maxed out Terran army is stronger than a maxed out Protoss army. Because of that, Protoss many times have to counterattack to other locations and try to avoid the main army. And then slowly pick apart the Terran army from different angles. Some more probes being sent out to this expansion. Oh, I don't know why Yoon's doing this. I don't think this is a good idea at all. Oh, no, he's moving in now. Here comes the drop with a few cells. No, a Reaver. No, not a Reaver anymore. Is this going to be enough? Has Yoon macroed up enough units? Perhaps Yoon is maxed, I guess. Oh, my God, Yoon has a lot of units. Is it going to be enough, though? It's hard to say. No, it looks like NaDa's going to hold this off, but here comes an Arbiter. He's backed off, though. Many times when Protoss players get maxed, they just send their entire army in there to try to take out most of the Terran army. Then they know Protoss knows he can rebuild his army faster than the Terrans can. The Terran never really gets the opportunity to push. And it looks like we might see some vulture harassment here again. Once again, going for the cannons. He will take a few vultures and chase the probes. I think. Nope. Okay, now he realizes that where'd the probes go? All right, now he's moving down here, dodging storms, continuing to chase down these probes. I do believe, though, that Yoon is growing at a rate that might be too fast for NaDa. NaDa is not upgrading out of those armories either. Really, not his best game right now. Not his best game right now. Unfortunately for NaDa, he just is not able to really pull off any effective vulture harassment, which I think was the anchor in his strategy, at least early on. Another pylon wall. And I think it's going to be tough. I don't know what Yoon's next course of action is. NaDa is going to get the next expansion in the middle. It's easy for him to secure that. He'll have to start Storm Drop harassing that. We could see some recalls with the Arbiters, but at the same time, we might not see that at all. Keep in mind that Arbiters, keep in mind there was a lot of turrets put down there earlier from the Reaver to defend that Reaver drop, and there was also a lot of mines planted there, and recalling on mines sucks. Well, it sucks if you're Protoss. Now Yoon is realizing he cannot build a Nexus here, so he's going to have to build a cannon.
Forces are under attack.
Orders, sir!
There's a lot of... Oh! Recall! Where's it going to be? Oh! He did recall on mines, though. Yoon losing a lot more units than he should have. Now go ahead for the armories. That's a wise decision, I believe. Taking out the armories will slow down the Terran upgrades drastically. Looks like the Terran will manage to hold this off, though. Now we may see Yoon counterattack in another location. This armory's been taken out as well. Oh, no, it hasn't. Oh, but the Arbiter. You will die, armory. Looks like, what's it? Oh, another recall! Not sure how wise that recall was. Well, that's okay. At least he got the armories. He is taking out a lot of Terran units, too. Now, Yoon's probably going to counterattack somewhere else. Or let all his units die to mines. The choice is Yoon's. NaDa does have a science vessel out. He will start EMPing Arbiters pretty soon. I'm surprised. Wow, these units are still in here. NaDa may, in fact, lose this game. I think it's a pretty high chance. I'd say this game is 70% in favor of Yoon right now. One turret on the way. Oh, I do not believe that Yoon getting a little bit sloppy with his units. And I don't believe that Yoon's going to be able to take this out. No, he did stasis it, but it doesn't matter. Now he's going to move in here towards this expansion. Yoon has the right idea, but the wrong execution, essentially. This is how you beat Terrans, but I think he's just becoming too sloppy. I wonder how many gateways he has. He should have a lot by now. Which means he can afford to make a few mistakes, but if NaDa can weather the storm and Yoon throws away too many units, NaDa's going to unsiege and dominate. Oh, it looks like... Oh! Goodbye, Arbiter. It was fun. But you are not a pleasant guest in NaDa's base. Yoon needs to keep pumping those Arbiters, too. The Arbiters are very precious in this matchup. You really cannot afford to lose them. Here we see more Vultures moving out. No, moving in, actually. Yoon pretty much has NaDa surrounded. Any place that NaDa leaves, Yoon's going to attack from a different angle. Here's a small push coming up here at the top right. NaDa's going to be expanding at the top. You know, if NaDa can actually weather the storm and stay alive for maybe 10 to 20 more minutes, NaDa could end up winning because he will have control over the center. There's no way Protoss is going to be able to utilize the center if Terran can get any ground over there at all. So Yoon's going to counterattack now, seeing that there's a push over here. Yoon counterattacks, but there's a lot of mines and a lot of tanks. He may try to freeze a few tanks with the stasis. But if Yoon messes this up, Yoon could lose the game pretty quickly. EMP on the Arbiter. Yoon's going to have to back off now. Yoon will lose this expansion over here at the top right. Oh, but he lost his tank too. NaDa lost his tank. Yoon is now going to rush over here and try to take out these tanks over at the top while losing a few Dragoons on the way. I'm surprised he hasn't planted any mines there. But if he gets the Nexus, it could prove to just be an effect. Oh yeah, he did get the Nexus. Well done. Oh! Oh! Oh no, he did not get the Nexus. That was the dead cannon. Looks like, yeah, he will end up killing this off. More vultures on the way. Terran expanding in the bottom middle now. Oh! 3 health. Just one more vulture mine, or vulture, whatever the thing the vulture shoots. If he just shot one more, that entire Nexus would have collapsed. One of those shots would have caused that building to crumble. Something makes me think NaDa's going to send a vulture up there pretty soon, though, and take that out. Now NaDa is pushing at the bottom left. Looks like we're going to see a recall. A recall, but will it be on these mines? Oh, no, it won't be. It'll be in that little hole he carved out of the armories earlier. NaDa is going to have to use a few units to come back and recover. NaDa now pushing at these expansions over here at the left. Bottom left, that is. This is going to be tough. NaDa looks like holding off this attack. Yoon is now frantically attempting to gain more ground. Note, though, that Yoon is already expanding at the top. Natural expansion at the right side, top right side. Here comes Yoon now counterattacking into the main entrance. Probably going to go for these 2 top expansions, but there are so many mines. I do believe this is completely undefended. The armories, once again, will get owned. Taking out a few, oh man. Bad news for NaDa. He's going to lose both of these armories. Oh! Nice mines. And now coming up from behind. I think it would be very convenient for NaDa to then push it. Oh! He got the Nexus! It looks like now NaDa, he has just to pick the right places to push. The 2 mineral naturals are drying up pretty quickly here, but so are NaDa's expansion. NaDa will have to expand at the top right. Oh my gosh, these zealots remain alive. NaDa is losing too many depots. NaDa's going to push up here, taking out a lot of probes. Perhaps too many probes for Yoon to handle. Now pushing down. Oh, another recall. Yoon, I think, can seal this game if he can just keep recalling like this. NaDa bringing some of his army down here. Note that NaDa does have the bottom middle expansion. Our observer hasn't gone over it for a little bit. Whoa, another Nexus is taken out at the top right, uninhabited by Protoss. Here we see NaDa attending. Oh no, losing the science vessel, something he cannot afford to do right now. He needs that to fight off these arbiters. I believe that Yoon will find out his mineral expansions in about 1.5 minutes. Whatever. Oh no, but losing arbiters too. Both players becoming pretty sloppy with their arbiters and their science vessels. The 2 units which counteract each other very well. Now we see Yoon moving out. Yoon trying to secure the bottom left expansion. His mineral expansions are starting to dry up pretty quickly. I would presume that this expansion at the corner bottom left, when I said bottom right earlier, I meant bottom left, trying to secure those expansions. He does have a few Dragoons over here, taking on the SCVs. Yoon may attempt to attack that location next. Oh, are you lost, Tank? What were you doing there? NaDa is in a very difficult position, but I do believe he can manage to starve Yoon if he stays alive in this game. It's been a very difficult game for NaDa since the beginning. Looks like NaDa's actually pushing out now. Yoon gutsy enough to take one of the center expansions. NaDa has a lot of units, though. I don't know if Yoon has enough to deal with that. NaDa now planting mines. He does not want them to regroup and respond. Sieging up. Will he get it? I think this could be game sealing. I think Yoon may fall apart this game. And I think, gosh, I don't know if Yoon's gonna be able to survive this. Actually, he's gonna get this expansion pushed. Not a unit once again is going to have to expand at the top right. He is expanding in that center location. I don't think it's going to work though. This is an epic game. Oh, another recall. Is it going to be on mines? It could be on mines. I think he's going to recall this army right here. Oh, man, our GOMTV observer is good. Can I just say that? He spotted the army that would be recalled. Oh, man, this is going to be awful for NaDa. That is so many units. NaDa's going to have to choose if he wants to keep pushing or if he wants to save it. And he's going to, actually, I think he can do both. I think NaDa is maxed right now. Oh, not another vessel. Wow. I have no idea who's going to win, but I think NaDa is rapidly gaining ground this game. Oh, no! Yoon! NaDa has not managed to save his base yet, losing so many depots. Oh, it's a cuddle fest over at that mineral patch. Oh my god, let's get out of here! Oh, SCVs could be used. Oh, nice micro there. Getting those SCVs in the way of the tanks there. Oh, very nice stasis. Man, the stasis have range. Look at that. Yoon has got his expansion up in the middle, or one of his middle expansions up. I think he could last a little bit longer. NaDa has to remake those depots. NaDa may have lost too many depots. I don't see the factories making. I think NaDa now may lose this game. Yoon has to stay alive. So does NaDa. This turned out to be probably one of the most back and forth games we've seen so far at this tournament. But NaDa is just in a very difficult position, unable to push to any location with ease. The command center will be taken down. And looks like the Dragoons and the Zealots will be coming in here now. Oh man, I think this may be the killing blow for NaDa. Yoon is going to get in here and get to the heart of the base. And it looks like, yes, good game! Unbelievable, NaDa lost that game in what was an upset. Well played. Yoon feeling pretty damn good about himself after that. And I have to say, NaDa is in hot water now. NaDa losing that first game. Can he come back and do it? We're going to have the next game up here in just a few minutes. And I cannot wait to see how those games are going to turn out. But until then, I just don't know. I think next map's going to be Coliseum. Okay. First game, not so good for NaDa. I think systematically he was just taken down. I think NaDa kind of beat himself first too, because he did manage to get these. Well, he did push too soon, and the Raver just dominated that battle. So that did not turn out to be in his favor. And I think I don't know. NaDa's gonna have to change his game plan a little bit. Coliseum is an interesting map. So, with that being said, it might favor NaDa's style a little bit more. Yoon just did a great job of not allowing NaDa to push him everywhere at once and just weathering that storm until NaDa eventually ran out of resources and couldn't expand into locations that weren't in his favor. I see both players speaking to each other in Korean, complimenting each other on that previous game. And I think they both said that it's time to start. The observer even saying that was a good game. He enjoyed watching it as well. Get ready. I think the next game's about to